They're fighting the Guardian. And we have some really good paths, actually. Don't say that often. Choose a card to obtain max HP. Take 4 damage for 14 max HP. Or boss relic swap. Our good old Orby boy. I'm gonna do it again. You can't stop me. This isn't a democracy. We're doing another boss relic swap just because I want to. That is a big problem. We got Runic Dome and now we have Busted Crown. Gain energy at the start of your turn. Future card rewards have 2 less cards to choose from. That is a problem. I guess what this really means is that we're prioritizing shops very highly. Take a compile driver. That's not bad at all. Could take a relic here and just remove the curse at this shop, but like I said, we are basically using shops to fill out our deck at this point, which is a scary spot to be in with Busted Crown early. So we'll just do the max HP. It's kind of boring, but... Hold on a second, I have to fix my microphone. It's gonna fall. Okay, crisis averted. Think. Pretty sure. Okay, what do you got for me, shop? We are looking for attacks, basically. We have a Sweeping Beam and a Barrage. Barrage with only 1 orb generating card and a Busted Crown is scary. We do want the Barrage later for some scaling. Miss out on the Caliper's Dream with Frost Orbs, but that's okay. The Sweeping Beam for sure. And Boss is the Guardian. I think we're always just removing a strike. Barrage is going to be too slow. We've yet to pick up any potions, unfortunately. Ouch. Flex Potion is pretty good, though. And we'll take our first upgrade. So we can go into any of the elites. I think the Sweeping Beam is a pretty safe upgrade. Less incentivized to upgrade Zap to 0 cost. Because of the 4 energy. Go for another Zap, hopefully. Okay. Not a spooky fight, but we are taking a lot of just kind of what I call accessory damage, just extra little chip damage that you take along the way. But about half HP here. Pick up a Lantern for 5 energy on turn 1 and an energy potion. I'm sensing a theme here. We're take another upgrade into our next elite fight. Probably Ball Lightning. Shaku, more energy. Every time we play 10 attacks, gain energy. Excuse me. A block card. Not a block card. on, you gotta warm it up. Please don't make me take 10 damage here. Ah! This game. This game. Alright, I believe in these orbs. I no longer believe in these orbs. Oh, we wasted the nunchaku. What it's so, jeez. Okay. Okay. I'll do it. I'll do it for you, game. If that's the way we're gonna play, I'm here to play. Baylor? Oh my... Hold on. Baylor with the monster host. Dude, I just saw you on Ascension 9 with the Silent. I was on board earlier when I was at the end of my work session watching the Redonkulous defect run. Thank you so much for the host, man. It is crazy. Mini Minotaur, dude. Hey. Drop some waffles. I actually, you know, it was killing me. You started, I'm not trying to call you out. You started the heart fight 10 minutes before I had to leave for work. And I did not get to see the heart kill. I was so sad. I had to go or I was going to miss my bus. But I assume it went well. And I didn't see anything after that, so... But thank you very much for the love here this evening. For all of you joining right now, we are just starting a defect run. We had, oh, look at you with the emote king over here. Amazing. We just did a boss relic swap on the Silent last run, and we ended up with a Runic Doom. And yes, I did pronounce that correctly. The Runic Doom carried us to Act 3. We did pretty well, and we had a few bad turns on the Reptomancer. You know how it is. We had the classic burst catalyst, footwork, mummified hand thing going. So Reptomancer effectively ended my run. We died on like the very next combat. It's just the way it goes sometimes. We didn't see it coming because of the Runic Doom. That said, there was also no way to avoid it, so I don't feel bad. Runic Doom did not cause us to take very much extra damage at all, so it was a good take. This run, however, we just started, and I'm hooked. I'm so hooked on these boss relic swaps. They're so fun. They changed the run entirely. Anyway, you can tell we traded in our cracked core for a busted crown. Gain energy at the start of your turn. Future card rewards have 2 less cards to choose from. And we have Korea. So you're sensing a theme here. We picked up a busted crown. We picked up a lantern. We picked up a nunchaku. And an energy potion. So we have all the energies. And even with the busted crown, we happen to pick up Sweeping Beam, Ball Lightning, and a Creative AI to bring us into the Guardian fight here in a moment. We're just about to wake up Lagavulin. And I think it's next turn, actually. I got distracted by the host. Pretty sure it's next turn. It was that turn. Damn it. That's fine. We only had like a strike to play anyway. Oh, we had Compile Driver. Anyway, we're relying on Creative AI to carry us with this busted crown now. Yeah, dude, the Sweeping Beam. It's pretty good. It's got to get that Guria up. I don't know. I think I'm feeling like we're leaning into this Creative AI to carry already, but we'll see. I'm waiting for the memes to flow through me. I go where they tell me to go. I can't resist. Okay. Anyway, we should play our hand. I don't really know what we're looking for from Creative AI to help us here. But I'm open. I'm open to whatever it brings. assuming we don't die, of course. We'll probably have to use this energy potion since we're really far behind. I don't want to die right now. Give me zap, please. Pick up a lizard tail. So the memes are not stopping anytime soon. Fear not. We could take a chaos for some random orbs. I don't know, we passed on a barrage. So I was talking about earlier, now that we have the busted crown, we're highly prioritizing the shops to fill out our deck. This shop here offered us our sweeping beam and also a barrage, but at the time we didn't pick up the ball lightning or anything, so our ability to generate orbs was largely limited. Chaos does help with that, and we'll always have the energy to play it. It helps us that much yet. The issue with the Guardian fight, I think, is going to be blocking. How do we actually block the Guardian's attacks? I don't know. I also don't think Chaos helps that very often unless we happen to get a Frost Orb out of it or two. And even then, we have no focus to really do anything with it. I'm going to skip. I'm gonna nap. So this whole 5 energy on turn 1 thing feels a lot like this most of the time. It sounds good, but in practice, it has not done much for us. Yes. 8. That's awkward. So if we were to dual cast right here, the worst that could happen would be both of the orbs going here, right? So this is probably better. Maybe that was wrong. No. There we go. I saw it. I saw it. We got there. Dude, equilibrium helps so much. Oh. Oh. Okay, so I think we just upgrade equilibrium at this point, since it's our block card, and it's our way to block future Guardian attacks. We do have a Dex potion that I'm almost certain we'll have to use. This is what I'm talking about. 5 energy. What am I supposed to do? Not lifting. Come on. I'm trying. Dark Magic and Jtron. Thank you guys both very much for the follows. Now we math. So you are on 36. So this is 26, 29, 35. We would have to flex potion, right? Make sure I have that correct. This is 10, 26, 29, 35. You're on 36. So we're 1 damage off, which is flex potion. Okay, to everyone saying that I should have lifted, if we had lifted before this combat, instead of upgrading equilibrium, we could have saved our flex potion. I'm acknowledging it. I'm trying to be the bigger person here and saying that I hear you. and that's about as far as I can go right now. I hear you. I see it. I acknowledge it. We can't go back now. Admittedly, our turn 1 was pretty trash, though. Like, what were we going to do with it? Okay. I don't think we ever do 50 damage here, right? So we deck spot. Now that I had time to become an evil chemist mastermind, do you have any advice to other villains just starting out on the path to take over the world? Well, I think, you know, the best advice that I can give in general is you can't take over your first world unless you or you can't take over your second world until you take over your first. So best to get started today. If that is your intention. I think I was meant to equilibrium there. Otherwise, there's a reference there that I'm not quite understanding. I'm hoping our creative AI is better than this in the future. You just view me as an evil mastermind. What? Totally benevolent. That said, hold on. We were talking about Evil Genius earlier and how Evil Genius is coming out this year. Evil Genius 2 is coming out this year, and I'm really excited for that. So maybe I am. I don't know. Dr. Evil's sing-along blog. My girlfriend showed me that, like, on our 3rd date some years ago. So I knew she was the keeper. The sing-along blog. Yeah, I tried to revisit Evil Genius within the last few years, and it kind of stands the test of time. Not really, but kind of. Okay, so let me do some math here. We're on 17 with defend. So if we block for 14, we take 2, we go to 1 HP, but then we miss out on Echo Form. So I guess it depends on, do we block enough next turn? Like, do we block the 20 damage next turn to make it worth going to 1 HP here? Otherwise, we just lose a ton of extra HP from Lizard Tail, and we should just get Echo Form down instead. So it's probably Echo Form. Bad blood about Theranos. Hold on. Oh. Is this about that? Yes, it's about Elizabeth Holmes. I do know about this. Yeah. I don't know. I can't. It is a good book. It's a good recommendation. I know the story quite well. Actually, speaking of bioethics, not to like... Okay, so if you're new to my stream, I'm very easily distracted. I will just sit here and turn this into a just chatting stream. Do not tempt me. But speaking of ethical issues, I have this book right here, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. If you haven't heard of this book, it's a little dry, but it's a really, maybe the most important bioethics book in recent history, outside of like maybe a book about Tuskegee that I don't know any books about Tuskegee, but that's pretty bad too. Speaking of bioethics. Good evening, Sparkle Crotch Thaddy. Welcome back to you as well. Dude, a lot of flasks in the chat. I'm liking that. That's a good look. Yeah, this book in particular, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, it is a nonfiction book. So if that's not your jam, if you don't really like, I don't know. I mean, it's a true story, but it's not exactly a page turner. You know, you gotta be in the mood for a nonfiction if that's what you're going for. Okay, now I must math. So we have 12, 24, plus 9, 33, 42, 42, 57. Right? 24, 33, 42, 57. Or we just drop all lightning. That works too. Plus 9. Ultra paranoid for some reason. It's because I'm not used to so many people watching me. I'm just paranoid I'm going to make a mistake. I don't know how Baylor does it. Much respect. It's not so easy to keep your cool with this many people watching. Let me tell you. Oh, double streamline? That was definitely more damage. Thank you. That was correct. Swolo Bro, thank you very much for the follow. Meteor Strike works sometimes. Take Meteor Strike and then just pick up Snecko next. That'd be pretty good. Let's do it for the memes. Give me that Snecko. Love this game. Luck? Dude. Okay. I know this isn't your first time here, Many Minutes Are. You cannot call luck. All skill. How strong is this deck, dude? I don't actually know. With Snecko we're pretty strong, right? Are we Flaming Elite strong, though? I don't know about that. Hey, I was watching that run earlier, like I said, with Baylor doing the defect run, where it was like Tempest plus into double energy. I don't remember the exact order. There was like a turbo in there, another Tempest. Happens to get like 3 holograms, happens to get the Meteor Strike. Oh, got the Chem X. You know, I mean, we all get a little lucky sometimes. Sometimes, you know, that's why I like these boss relic swaps, because it, you know, you get to dive into the memes. The memes are where all the fun happens. All right, let's go for the Flaming Elite. It's a little spooky. Seems good. This is where all the fun happens right here with Snecko. Give me memes or give me death. That's what I always say. Oh, Busted Crown. Busted Crown is such a problem, though. This is also a problem. Probably just take the curse here with Snecko Eye, and we are also going straight into a shop here with a lot of Spire bucks. 269, nice. Spire bucks. Oh yeah, I didn't get to watch when Baylor missed the key late in the run. But stuff like that happens all the time. I remember when I first started streaming, I absolutely forgot to recall, and I didn't even realize I forgot to recall until I had killed the second boss in Act 3 and the credits started rolling, and that's awkward. I'm like, the entire time I'm talking about how I'm going to deal with the Act 4 elites and stuff, and nobody even bothered to call me out on it, which I guess I appreciate. We all do it. We all do it. And who's our boss, by the way? Bronze Automaton. Really don't want to be taking a streamline this late in the run. We could just take genetic algorithm for the scaling. Just kind of feels bad to take right now, since we're going into this flaming elite, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know how that fight goes. I could also just take something like Skim for extra card draw with Snecko, which is good. Yeah, we could take Hologram. Hologram would be pretty good. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm convinced. Yes. Yep. Oh my. Is that a Juzu bracelet? Poggers. No, it's a bag of prep. That's right. Yeah, bag of prep. Of course. We for sure take the bag of prep here. And then I think we remove. It's either that or... Like, of course we want the defrag, but we don't really have anything to defrag right now. Am I on RC1? What is RC1? Buy the cauldron? Yeah, you gotta feel bad for Juzu bracelet. It's the color blue because so often it's just a sapphire key. You just reform it into the shape of a key. Oh, release candidate 1. Oh. Yes. You can see I am on V2.0, the January 14th, 2020 build. Up here. We're for sure doing this, and it's between removing a strike and just taking defrag for the future. We just remove the strike. All right. Wow. Huh. I'll be honest, I didn't read the patch notes. I just came home from work and had dinner and started streaming. So I guess Steam auto-updated the game and I didn't read the patch notes. 2.0. It makes sense. Like, it's been so long since we've been on the like the main branch is on like a July patch, right? Or a June patch. If it's been that long since a patch and they're adding in a new character, like 2.0 totally makes sense. Hey, Adam Sims. Welcome back to you as well. Hail the Sneck. That's what I'm saying. We like hardly have any cards yet to draw. So we can use our Flex Potion for Meteor Strike to guarantee the kill on this Slaver. Sounds pretty good. So have an obscene amount of energy after that. Otherwise, we're relying on a weird 1 in 3, or if we dual cast Zap, 2 1 in 3 chances to hit this guy. I think we'll guarantee it with the Meteor Strike. Now, I've heard Ice Cream is pretty good in this situation. I have some recent experience watching someone do something very similar to this. Drawing Ascender's Bane. Who? I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name. It's just some guy. He streams this game pretty often. He's in chat? Og? Oh yeah, that's how you spell his name right there. I think it's spelled like that. Yeah. That's right. It's all coming back. Sure I can block all this. I'm just kind of like charging ahead. We block for 15, we actually do take 1 damage. Oh well. Care about heat sinks? So if this front one heals for 5 and our Meteor Strike does 24, we probably want to strike it just in case the Lightning Orb variance doesn't allow us to kill it. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy. Oh, you guys know him. I will keep your wounds. Echo form? Wait a second. Uh, 6 plus 4 is not 11. Man. Well, look, for a flaming elite fight, that was pretty good. I think our Emerald Key Piece and maybe a Sunder? Sure. It feels kind of late to be taking a Sunder, but, you know. Sunder and Lightning, very, very frightening. I like that a lot. Baylor, sometime you'll have to teach me how you actually play the game when you have this many people writing messages. I just want to sit here and chat. I should have played this, I think. That's fine. We for sure draw Meteor Strike next turn. Yeah. Uno and Clue on Twitch. One of my favorite content creators is also playing those games. I'm curious if you were inspired by other individuals to play those games, or if you just happen to be playing Uno. I guess Uno was played on like Twitch Rivals recently too. I think they just did that within the last few days. So maybe that's it. So this costs 1 effectively. And then we can draw 2. Oh, okay. Works. Pick up an Essence of Darkness, chance at a Cold Snap. Cold Snap allows us to proc this compile driver thing a bit more. Beyond that, I don't think we really need the damage or want the damage from Cold Snap, and it's getting in the way of us doing our meme things. I think we'll take it, though, just for basically compile driver, and the Frost Orb sometimes helps. Do we have a shop we can go into? Do up here. Oh, toot toot! We got an anchor. Piece 1 of 3 of the boat that we're building. Okay. So if we sunder... How do we do this? We really want to get creative AI into play this turn. We don't have to. We want to. No need to apologize. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not missing good old important stuff. So if we use Blessing of the Forge here, doesn't it make creative AI free? Isn't that how it works? Oh, Sunder is energy right now. Right. Dude. Game's so much easier when you have people. I don't know why I didn't see that. Heyo, King. What's up with you, my dude? You're doing well. I want to save Cold Snap and Zap next turn in case we can't evoke our orbs. We get a lot of extra energy, right? Something like that. Good. Good, good. Yeah, I know. It's one of those what's in the box, more boxes kind of thing. Dual cast? What if we need to dual cast this turn? All we need to do is 9 damage, which is Cold Snap Strike. Maybe we do want to dual cast. It only gets us 1 energy, though. Is really awkward. Upgrade the cost, the card, and it costs more. Does it really? I don't think it does. I thought it reduced the cost by 1 in that situation. Right? Pretty sure that's right. You may go ahead, Plan of Violin. We're all prepared. Really? I thought I had played with it once before and that worked, but it's like a very distant memory somewhere in the back of my mind. I'm not really sure if it's correct or not. It's one of those weird situations. Good stuff. And we get the courier. Yeah. Can we get the coupon next, please? The coupon? I lovingly call it. It's a scary turn to kill the mushroom. If we do that, we block for 26. We get really close to a full block. I think this is correct. Absolutely get a full block. Nice. Could actually cold snap or zap here. Don't think we want to. If I could go back, I would have used Blessing of the Forge for science. My idea with Blessing of the Forge is to save it for turn 1 against the Bronze Automaton. So there, we may get to do some science. But basically, I'm looking at our deck, and we have only a couple of cards upgraded. So our ability to kill the Bronze Automaton is going to rely on probably getting our Meteor Strike and or Sunder upgraded. Some big attacks that we can hologram back for value. I want to do this. So that means this. Let me get close to a full block. All right, Sneck. We can hologram back Equilibrium. The issue with doing that is always that we keep all this junk in our hand. But then we can always dual cast this Plasma Orb next turn when the Vulnerable wears off. I think I'm okay with this. Our draws are not particularly good, so we could Heatsink Storm to draw a single card. Or Storm Heatsinks to evoke or create a single Lightning Orb. We'll see. I absolutely will do it for science if I am able. If that's 2, we have 7 left. We can do 6, 8. Sure. If this is all the damage we take on this fight, I think it's a success. Love to see it. I don't know, having this distant memory is some time ago there was a run involving Hologram and Meteor Strike. There's an ice cream involved. I already did this bit. You know what I'm talking about. Can't imagine they would have patched it so it went up. That's why I'm struggling, because I feel like it still works. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, like I said, I'm willing to science it. We'll do it if we can. I'm taking the double energy off Snecko. That's my secret. I'm always confused. I've messed it up. All right, it's fine. It's fine. No problem here. I don't have any reason to do that this turn. Or this, for that matter. Admittedly, we probably never have any reason to do this fight. I'm just going to burn it so we can draw more useful stuff. Yes. So this puts us at 5. We hologram back. Oh, before we do that, we actually procced Nunchaku there, and we probably shouldn't have. Just saved it. Cursed with Writhe. Yes. Should I do the thing again? You know what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. Woo! Okay, let me just sit up for a second. Oh my god. Baylor! Oh, you made it look so easy. Now I'm gonna ruin it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm scared. Oh god. I know. And Baylor, I'm not supposed to tell him you were messaging me on Discord earlier, like, hey, do this seed. It'll be hilarious. I'm gonna host you at like 8:45. Be ready. Woo! Just don't mess it up. Alright, I suppose we want to get rid of this curse. And then we could afford a toy ornithopter potion belt, and then we're like a white beast statue away from being real happy with this. That's true. At least I try to be. It's either that or we could take a potion belt plus, you know, some potions. Also a second sender, because this is getting ridiculous. And we just need attacks. We also need blocks. I think we're missing block. We're definitely missing block. Forethought plus. I don't think that works. That doesn't work, right? I'm 99% sure Forethought plus doesn't work. Because, like, Chrysalis, Metamorphosis, those cards are broken by Confused. I think the Confused overrides the Forethought. I'm almost 100% positive. Forehead Thought. Okay. Well, what do we have after this? Just a campfire? Yeah, Snecko overrides cost. I was pretty certain of that myself. We could take a charge battery plus just for block at this point. I don't really want to charge battery plus, but remember we have the busted crown. Like, our ability to find block cards is severely limited. So maybe we split the difference. We go like charge battery. Hologram. Cool-headed? Oh no. It's too good. No consideration for data disk. So currently, the reason why I'm not considering data disk is because the bulk of our orbs are going to be plasma. We could take data disk for like our cold snap frost orb, and maybe it's a better take if we take this cool-headed as well. That would be a source of some block, but it's not ideal. The lightning orb +1 isn't that big of a deal either. Yeah, it may be cool. Like, I was really leaning towards this potion belt, but now that we've seen cool-headed, I think I like that more. Let's take this. I'll let you guys convince me to take the data disk, and we'll see how it works. It may just be the thing that we were missing. Most of our important stuff is upgraded, sans like the Meteor strike for damage. If only I had a strike dummy, right? The creative AI is 2. So we still get to science, right? Or is that only on 1? The science still occurs because the upgraded version of creative AI reduces the cost by 1. So it's kind of science. It's not the same science as if it was at 1, though. It's not going to increase in cost. It's a matter of if it decreases, I guess. Okay, so let's stay at 2. That tracks. And I'm okay with that outcome. Not a big deal. Yeah, it just didn't... I mean, that's like half the science we needed to do. Almost hologram. Oh, if we had a letter opener, we were so close to hologram infinite. The really sad part is we drew absolutely all of our block on turn 1. Oh, sans the equilibrium. Where's that Tempest card? Okay. Excessive, but okay. So what are these? These guys are taking equilibrium and a common card. We can draw 3 of them, so they actually only take 1 card. That's just kind of fun. It's kind of a question of if we even go for the orbs at this point. If that's how much damage we did on turn 1, it's kind of silly. I think we will do it, though. My dual cast. My cabbages. Actually, we can sweeping beam. They take nothing. Take that, nerds. My energy back, please. Sure. My cabbages. I mean, we can do stuff like Sunder, hologram back, Sunder, even at 3 energy now. Doesn't really matter. Oops, I should have compile drivered first. Oh well. Wait, they took my Meteor Strike? Excuse me? Unbelievably rude. I don't have any X-Cost stuff. I have no reason to do that. Give me a reason, please. Ah, what do you draw? That's not it. Oh, I love this game. Seek Plus? Dude, wasn't this part of it too? Is this the whole kit? Don't understand. Runic Doom. I don't think so. Either that or we have a chance at Sacred Oh My Dog. I don't know, like, we could take the Sacred Bark, or we could just remove 2 strikes, which is pretty good. We also, I mean, we didn't take the Potion Belt or the Toy Ornithopter, so it just feels bad, man. You don't think I need more energy? What about when we get, like, Caliper's Reinforced Body? No, we actually saw Calipers in the first shop. We cannot get Calipers. Alright, we'll do the Sacred Oh My Dog. Woo! Slayer X-Man, thank you very much for the follow. And Snipe for life. And Flannel Violin with the gift subby to the wonderful Baylor Lord. Thank you very much for the subby. It is revealed. Baylor is a founder of the channel. We're going against the Shimmy and Shaken Shapes, or Donu and Deka as they are less commonly known as. Got 88 Spire bucks, so a late shop is optimal. We just need the Sapphire and the key piece. Got a pretty good path to the left-hand side there. We can take up to 3 elites. Now this shop's kind of awkward. Maybe just 2 elites? We really want to hit this late shop so we can pick up this Tempest thing that I've heard so much about. Okay. Turn 1 does not spark joy. But turn 2. Turn 2 is amazing. Ah! Come on, turn 2. I was trying to hype you up. Guess we could hologram back the Cool-Headed for more draw. Or just the charge battery. Really want to do this. This stuff out of my hand. Oh, I missed the Prismatic plus Barricade. I like that a lot. All right, let's play this game. Make some tough decisions here. So if we do hologram Cool-Headed, we block for 16, 21. We don't actually have to equilibrium. Do that. No, we do, because of burn. Oh, that's annoying. That's so troll. Double your 4 energy to 2. Yes. Now we can double our 5 to 4. 2 times 5 is 4. Right? So if we seek Cool-Headed and Hologram, after we Meteor Strike, we can proc the orb, right? Pretty sure that's how it works. So much easier when Baylor was doing it. 23. Once again. Okay. Chance at a Distilled Chaos and a Fusion Plus. I'm gonna go ahead and say we're not having energy problems right now. Plasma Orbs. I don't think we need it. Channel 2 Dark for each orb slot. We don't have any orb slots right now. I think I'd rather play the top 6 cards on top of my deck. Like we've whittled things down to good stuff, and we don't have any X cost stuff, so there's no real risk there. I'll get rid of one of these. Oh yes, it's all orb slots. Yes, yes, yes. It's true. It's still not a ton of damage to evoke those dark orbs for their base value, though. It's damage, but you're first. Sure. If only. If only we had the Ormomori. I mean, we can technically elite dodge to remove one. We can't do it. There's like no way. If only. Oh, we don't have the Tempest. Devastating. Yeah, this turn sucks. So if we seek, yeah, so we can seek double energy and Meteor Strike, right? So seek takes us to 3, double energy takes us to 2. No, that doesn't work actually. Why not gold and then go to the right? The 2 normalities are the problem, so we'd have to get rid of both. If we just had 1 normality, that might be worth it. I mean, we would definitely get more relics from courier membership card than we would from 2 elites or whatever, but yeah, we can't really take the risk of normality ending up in our hand, and we're going to draw normality a lot considering we have 23 cards, a bunch of card draw, and Snecko Eye. So it's coming around. It would be an issue for sure. Let's do this. Malady is for sure a bit whack. We start here. In Meteor Strike, dual cast. I think we want Meteor Strike in the discard pile before we do the cool-headed, though, since we're shuffling our deck. Just in case. Good turn, good turn. I just like to call out creative AI for, oh my god. Wasn't this part of the run earlier? Wasn't there a gambling chip involved? What? Can I please have the Tempest? It's just goofy. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Yeah, it's just sans the Tempest, basically. Though getting this far with the busted crown is kind of impressive. I'm not even mad. This takes us to 6 energy. Like Meteor Strike Sunder to get even more energy back, right? Okay. You have meteors or equilibrium here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Multicast. Now we're thinking. Sweeping Beam shuffles the deck, and then we can seek out anything we want. So we could take out Charge Battery, Meteor Strike again. Seems good. Oh, we just equilibrium, sure. Sure. Seems fair. Flex Potion I don't think we need. We don't need that either. And we'll pass. Like, we don't have... We'll pass. Right. I mean, the other alternative is to go through 2 shops and dig really hard for the Tempest. Let me see what happens over these next 2 events, and maybe I'll decide from there. That was disappointing. Okay, get rid of all this junk we absolutely never use. Probably defend too. Double energy is 3 again. That helps. Yeah, especially with the toxic egg. It's a slightly more risky path since we're going through 2 elites. But this way, it's just Campfire Elite, Campfire One Shop. I think I like this more. The only issue comes in when, if this fight goes really poorly, then weird things happen here. But I think with the gambling chip, I struggle to think of how it's going to go so poorly that we can't actually deal with the fight. It could happen, but it's unlikely. You cause? Sure. Seek does like nothing for us. Okay, we'll go next turn. We kill this guy unless we get a nice draw on the Meteor Strike, though. Nice. Stack Plus is a block card, but I don't want it. All right, we're going to take the more risky path. This is the mean old snake lady, but there's a good chance we can deal with her, especially with this opening hand. What are we digging for? I don't even know what we're digging for at this point. Maybe we just want to keep the card draw. I don't think it really matters. I think the only thing that matters is cycling as many cards as we can for next turn, because next turn we're not going to have the combo in play, and we might just take a ton of damage, so we will ditch that stuff to begin with. It's so disgusting. I should unball lightning first. Sure. The cool-headed plus nothing. Frost Orb. She's summoning again. We looked this up earlier, and so this was on my previous silent run where we ended up losing, and I wasn't salty about it, but I was just curious. Like, what are the odds that she attacks so many times in a row? And apparently it's like a 1 in 3 chance. As long as there's fewer than 3 daggers on the field, there's a 1 in 3 chance that she summons. Something like that. Which I think tracks. Electrodynamics. Stop. Just stop. This is 15 damage. Poking for 10. Whew. Okay. And how much? We have 29 block. Yeah, we have enough. We'll just do the ball lightning, I guess. Up a very late ceramic fish, chance of liquid bronze that we don't want. streamline that we don't want. 6 damage back to the heart could be interesting, though. That might actually help a lot. Do we ever hang on to a liquid bronze all the way to the heart fight, though, is the real question. Oh, the science has been done. We're highly incentivized to add cards to the deck now, since this is basically 18 gold. Or more, right? More with Courier. 20-ish gold. Crazy. I don't think we will, but... The original cost is 1, 2, or 3. It will be 2 cost after drinking the potion. Oh. Doesn't make any sense. I love it. Chemical X. The effect of your X cost cards are increased by 2. Huh. Do we take it just for the memes at this point? Pretty sure the answer is yes. And then we go next shop, and if we don't get anything by the next shop, we can dig on the skills pretty hard. Like the Leap Plus is actually tempting just for some flat block. Outside of just killing things on turn 1 and 2, we do actually have to find a way to survive the other turns. I don't think this deck has a... It has a decent amount of blocks sometimes, but not all the time. We'll move on. There was also a Bullseye, which I think was part of it. So this is 1, 2, 3. Seek. Play Hologram Double Energy. Is just so disgusting. Oh. Sure. Seems worth it. Thank you, Nunchaku, for the part that you've played in this. Albeit minor, it is a part. So that's a lot of damage on turn 1. We'll see. I hope we're able to continue playing that kind of combo without the X-Cost cards in the deck. I think that's going to be the challenge that we face going forward. Do strike for 7? Oh, baby. The combo is back. Probably dual cast first, right? So dual cast... You have so much energy. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm beginning to just disregard how much energy we have because we have so much. Like, defend for 3, maybe it's worth the 10% extra damage. Sunder for 3, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. We are only ever drawing straight plus ball lightning. Let's do that maybe last-ish. Or maybe we do it now to stack a bit more damage on Meteor Strike. Stack all the damage, please. I think the defend was correct. I played it super late there, but it doesn't matter. Does that mean we also play Sunder for 3? I think we do, right? The game, it's broken. Done this first, actually. Once again. So now he mad. I should decide if I'm doing these first, right? Should stop playing so sloppily. Hologram 5, 15, 19. This goes to 35. So we want a hologram back. Either defend or just Cold Snap. Probably Cold Snap. Let's play the rest. We'll take one. Update's still bad at Slay the Spire. Come on. Come on. Letter Opener. We have a potential infinite. And honestly, if we get enough energy, it's not really going to matter. Oh my god. Force Field for 4 is decent since it's upgraded. It is just block. The cost will be randomized, but the flat block value might just be worth it. We'll take it. We also get money. Yay. All right. Sapphire Key time. There's our Omamori we wanted earlier. So if you don't know the infinite, I guess I should explain it briefly. It's not terribly complicated. With Letter Opener, every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. One of the infinites in the game is if you can get 2 hologram pluses upgraded, or excuse me, upgraded and then their cost is 0. You can also do it with cards like Madness, and there may be others that I'm not thinking of, but Snecko is a way. So if both holograms cost 0, or effectively 0 if we have so much energy it doesn't matter how much they cost, then you can just keep doing 5 damage over and over and over again. Pretty neat combo. What is that koi fish relic? Sorry, things are moving quickly. Ceramic fish, common relic. Whenever you add a card to your deck, gain 9 gold. So since we have courier and membership card, we can also think of this like adding 20-ish gold effectively, since things are halved and also reduced by another 20%. Have a good sleep, Flannel. Violin. Thank you very much again for the subbies earlier. Has there ever been an X cost power in beta? No. No. The Watcher has X cost rares, but they're not powers. I think they're skills. This is garbage. Probably also garbage. So close. Okay. Start here. 4 energy. Free in here? Yes. So you're hitting for basically 16. Free. Not quite infinite. And unfortunately too expensive for me to really pursue that. Unless we get like a free double energy. It's close to free. Okay, well let's it's not nearly enough damage, but let's at least show off the combo. Okay, so Letter Opener Hologram. It's like, I don't know. You just do this a bunch of times. And Letter Opener procs. So assuming you can get those things to 0 cost, that's where the infinite comes into play. Oh, we should have Compile Driver to shuffle the deck for Seek. Maybe a small mistake. Yeah. Boop. Their chance at a Liquid Bronze and a Leap Plus? I don't think so. Not do that. I haven't really played any potions yet. Ah! Hologram Plus on sale. Potion of Capacity plus Essence of Darkness. Could potentially be super broken, though. Don't want either of these. We could dig really hard for Tempest. We could take Steam Barrier, remove Steam Barrier. Now that is a flex on the Spire. Magnetism can give X costs? I mean, it can give, like... Well, I guess Transmutation is, like, the first X cost that comes to my mind. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. Does anyone else forget Echo Form literally every turn after they play it? Yes. Absolutely I do. Is Purity good for thinning the deck out? So we could use that to get rid of cards like Strike, Sweeping Beam, Ball Lightning, things that we don't really need to go infinite. Yeah. That could potentially just be better than removing a card here. Gets us closer to the infinite, especially with 3 holograms. Like, we have pretty good odds of like maybe going infinite. I'm gonna live the meme dream. Actually, I've been inspired to go for the Purity route. I don't know if it ever works, but we're gonna try. And I guess we just remove Strike. Like, we could take this Equilibrium. I just don't really want to. We'll skip. Take this opportunity to recall. Let's say Triforce complete. Ah, the Ma. Spooky dude. Maybe we want that. Maybe we want that. So this takes us just to 6 energy. Some bad hologram rolls. So we could Purity away like Ball, Lightning, Cold Snap, and stuff. Yeah, so with Snecko Purity, like it's not going to be 0 cost probably ever. There's a chance. It's a 1 in 4 chance, right? But even so, it doesn't matter with Ice Cream. Eventually, how much Purity costs. I think it's worth it. Okay, let's decide on some things. So are we going to double energy to 6 here? If we do that, we can cool-headed creative AI. We may also just find something with cool-headed that we want to play. Not it. This turn could potentially really suck. This creative AI has been a sore spot as well. It hasn't done much for us yet. Nice. Reseek? Gross. So now we pull back. Like Meteor Strike. Meteor Strike. I don't want to randomize these holograms. Though if we randomize them, like if this one stays at 1, I don't think I care. 1 is close enough to infinite, in my opinion. Bias Pog. Get rid of this stuff pretty safely. Not our ideal targets, but that's okay. This always pays for itself, and I guess we can... No, we don't want to hang on to stuff. Well, maybe we do want to hang on to this stuff just in case. Yeah, we'll wait. Oh, what is Step and Strike? So close. I mean, we can play this 66 times. E times 5, 110 damage, I believe. Now even more. Oh, what number is this? 7? Please help. That work? Oh god, I broke it. Oh no, if this is how we have to kill the heart, Oof. I mean, normally I'm all about the memes, but man. When the memes make you go to the hospital, I don't know if it's worth it anymore. I won't be able to slay spires for like a week. Let me do this, actually. Somebody said, how does it work if you play Meteor here? It's a good idea. We're on 5. It's closer. Oh, I grabbed the 2-cost one. Got confused. Woo! I quite sincerely appreciate that. It's a fun combo to show off, but man, it does some damage to you. Block potion. There's that fusion again. Block potion over one of these other potions we've been hanging on to for a while. It could be necessary on Donu and Deca. Like one of those turns could go poorly. Maybe that? Maybe? think we care about using Purity yet. We probably never do that since the Spiker is on the table. This guy and maybe Hologram. Boop. Go for this nerd next, because we can. Good, turn 1. Nice. Equilibrium Plus. That was supposed to be Tempest. I don't mind if it comes in at the very end, as long as it's there. As long as it's playing a part. Alright. You all asked for it, and I often say, who am I as a streamer if I don't uphold the will of the people? What's the point? What's the point of just sitting here and playing a single-player game if I don't give the people what I want? So here you go. We'll lift. We did it. That +1 strength. I'll keep an eye out, and we'll see if it makes the difference. I'll give you a solid maybe. First hologram is 0? Could it be the meme dream? That's +3 damage so far. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. We could pull like Sweeping Beam Cool-Headed just for more draw. We're almost full blocking already, so. 0 cost. Hologram? Oh, okay. Okay. Still got time. Oh, but we shuffle now. Aww. Maybe I messed that up. Yo, grats on the 814. It's not easy. I think, man, I forget. I actually can't remember. But I think most people, like, fall off before 10. Like, I think most people don't make it to 8-10 before they stop playing or something like that. I can't remember. Somewhere around there, anyway. Man, 8 energy. Draw first. Yeah. Cost 1. Please. I just want the infinite. Just the one time. Do this. We're getting hit for 30 this turn, so this will give us the full block. Pro tips for players like you stuck around 5 to 6. I think the game has a couple phases, and in my opinion, once you hit Ascension 5, and then once you're pushing towards 20 are the most dramatic. Well, actually, no, I misspoke. Once you hit Ascension 10, so if you can see Ascension 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and then 17, 18, 19, all the fights get a little bit more difficult. So I think you know, in general, I don't know if I have like the single tip that's going to like suddenly get you to the finish line, but I mean, more game knowledge is good. Generally speaking, you eventually start to have to take increasing numbers of risks, so understanding your paths, taking out more elites becomes important. I often argue that Ascension 1 is easier than Ascension 0 because elites help give you the golden cards and tempo necessary to get to the later parts of the game. But practice, I mean, practice is good. That's honest. I hate to just like fall back on just play more, but that's how I got good. I watched people stream. I made a lot of mistakes, and that's just kind of what it comes down to in the end, I think. Mistakes are good. Actually, you know what? One tip that I actually have 2 tips. These are good. Okay, first tip, I think most people tend to play too quickly. So if you're finding yourself making mistakes, I would argue that on any given turn, even on floor 1, there's multiple ways to play that turn, which is what makes the game so good, right? So what I would recommend doing is, if you're on a PC, just take your hands off. Like, physically take your hands off the mouse and keyboard or whatever you're playing on, and just come up with 2 ways to play out that turn. And then deduce from there, those 2 situations, which one you think is worth the risk or is the best. Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, but at least it gets you in the right mindset of, you know, because we have to do that every single time, especially when we're on Ascension 20. Like, you're always sitting here going, you know, Monka, like, you're thinking out your turns, because there's more than one way to play every single turn. That's number 1. Take your hands off, think of 2 ways, and then execute. At least 2 ways. It takes a long time, but eventually some things become muscle memory. Number 2, a lot of people wonder when to take cards and when not to take cards. You're presented with, say, on average, or usually 3 card choices, and you're like, 2 of these seem good. I would like one of these 2 cards, or I would like both of these cards, but I can only take one. So take one, and then from that point on, when you're going through the rest of the act, or the next few fights in particular, every time you draw the card that you picked, ask yourself if you would have preferred the other card in that situation. So say you take Pommel Strike instead of Shrug It Off. Okay, every time you draw Pommel Strike, would you have rather had Shrug It Off in that instance? And again, it's a bit anecdotal. You can't use those situations to make a firm statement all the time about this game. But you can at least, again, get yourself in the mindset of figuring out which card works, which card doesn't work, which card is better, which card's worse. You know, often in Act 1, you need a lot more damage early on in the game. So you're taking common attack cards, you're taking fewer defensive cards to deal with the elites. Play around with it. I think between those 2 tips, those alone can get you through some Ascension levels. Probably. Whoa. Well, well, well. Look at this guy. Can you say hello? Can you say hello? You say hello? He does not want to. He's a good boy. We're matching today. I have a gray sweater on. All right. I suppose I should finish this. Oh, he's like real close. Don't knock that over, dude. Yeah, you're on TV. Oh my, there's so many people here. Oh, don't show him the bad end. This is a family stream. All right, he's leaving. PG, keeping it PG. All right, this dude's dead. Let's just finish this out here. This is about to turn into a just chatting stream real quick. Oops, I don't think I was supposed to say that. Hmm. Just die! Yeah, dude, I love, so when I went to get a cat some years ago, I was very specific in that I wanted a gray cat. Went out of my way to get one. They're super pretty. It's a Russian blue. I didn't keep up with chat while I was rambling. I think that's pretty much it. We're good. Good. Dude, we have the zero cost hologram on turn 1. It's here. There's a we want that. There is a chance. Okay. I think we draw. $18.21. Yeah, gambling chip plus Snecko Eye is completely busted. Oh, we can make Seek 1 cost again. Dang. No, it's not good enough yet. We'll get there. One of these times we'll go infinite and it'll be amazing. 22. You could just purity creative AI in like one of these defends at this point. I think it's worth it though. Not yet. I think we'll go for a better purity. Oh, it's not infinite. Okay, so we can seek out the zero cost hologram for another chance to go infinite. But we also should probably pull out some block. So hologram force field seems good. $16.32. Please. Please. Okay. Next time. Next time's the time. Alright, we do actually need to do some damage to this guy. I mean, the infinite's cool, but... you know, damage is cool too. I think we equilibrium here so we don't have to cycle this stuff around. We don't really want it again. $16.32. Draw again. I mean, the fight's like over. 23. Okay. 42 damage turn 1. Okay. 42, huh? We don't want to pull back Equilibrium. We really don't want 2 turns of Equilibrium with the Snecko Eye. Let's do this one. This one. Dude, that's a good callback. I'm a long way since using a Blizzard Tail on Guardian. I never stopped believing personally. I was just building some suspense for the stream. You know how it is. Sometimes you gotta. Keep the people wondering. Whose tail is that? So we've had this debate before. I think I'm on team not Snecko because of the texture, but it could be like a high-res Snecko tail. The jury's out, though. It's a heated debate. Be careful bringing that up. I think the last time it got brought up, I said it was all going to come to light in Slay the Spire 2. It's the lore of the Spire. Oh, he's done it. At long last. On to Act 4. Having yet done our infinite combo. 99 Spire bucks and a hope and a dream to make this hologram thing a reality. All right, just for all you beautiful people, we'll get strong. Be strong now. Hologram. LSA. Playing a violin with the noodle arm flex. Keep lifting, man. Keep lifting. Keep lifting. Please. Just for the memes. No. That's right. We'll have to win the hard way. Toolbox. Toolbox is... I think it's just garbage. I don't think we want that, right? It could help us pull... not really. It could kind of sometimes help us pull like a secret technique or something on turn 1 to help get our combo going. We also have these potions we haven't really used. Blessing of the Forge could actually help a lot with these defends. Also just take a strawberry for some HP. right. I hate making this choice, because Tempest could also be under here, but we don't want the steam barrier. So bad. Alright, let's see what's in the box. I don't know. Everything else was just kind of mediocre, and we couldn't remove a strike, so... Magnetism... isn't very good. Yes? Even though the defend is 0 cost, we have anchor in place, and we're going to be using holograms, so it's best to get rid of it. And we could also... maybe we hang on to equilibrium in case we get some block for turn 2. Yeah. Is double energy better now or after we double up Meteor Strike? So that takes 2, we go to... it's better after. Or so slightly. Sure. This is a pretty decent turn 1 though. Sure. I don't really want the dual cast, but maybe get some use. Panache. Okay. Oh, I meant to heat sinks first. Yeah, that was incorrect. So we can dual cast for 1 extra energy. Is there anything better to hologram back than just Meteor Strike? Because we don't get a kill here. I think we just want to pull back some block. We're gonna hit for 61. This. Okay, let me make sure I have this right. This is 61, we're blocking for 50, so block potion loses a lot of value. I think we hang on to it for the art fight. Icho farm. Let's see, Meteor Strike is 2. Yeah. Meteor Strike plus hologram plus. Dunk this nerd. $38. Do I actually block enough here? Do we ever kill? So we do 32 plus 7, 39. Never kill. Unless... hold on. We have Panache. How could I forget? The boot. Stop. Gambler's Brew is actually really tempting. I think we do want it over the Essence of Darkness. Since we're evoking so many orbs, those dark orbs never do anything. We don't have any focus to let them cook it all. We've had this thing forever. Just haven't needed it. Cold Snap's a no. Move on to the Heart of the Spire. Do not spark joy. Be finesse just for the cycle. Hey, Omega Weapon. You're still the current ruler of the chat, if I'm not mistaken. They're not the cards we were looking for. Oh, right. Okay, I guess we draw one here. Wow. This is most of our defense. So if we can Purity here to get rid of basically Strike. I don't think we will. We'll wait for Purity to do some weird things with the Burn and Wound and Slimed card, maybe. Yeah, so our choices are to use our Gambler's Brew now. We can cycle 10 cards, so we actually draw all of this, and then shuffle the discard pile. We don't really have anything to hologram back right now anyway. It could be okay. It may be better just to wait for a future turn, but this turn doesn't allow us to set up much of anything outside of Creative AI. Sometimes that's enough, but I think we need more. So the alternative is that we draw 9 cards instead. We leave one of these behind and then leave this stuff in the discard pile. No, because we have to hang out a hologram then. A tough choice. Do that. Okay. So we can Meteor Strike Ball Lightning to rock one of the plasma orbs here. Okay. Now we can pull back Meteor Strike again. We pull it back again. And then we could draw. Now we can seek Meteor Strike. And anything 0 cost stays 0 cost once we seek it. This. Ooh, maybe this is our chance to get Creative AI into play, actually. We have all this defense coming up for next turn. Maybe I like that. And we are almost at the damage cap, so... you don't really have to Meteor Strike again. But why not? We'll take more energy. The Lightning Orb. so close. Okay, so we can hologram back Meteor Strike. I think we do this for a little while. We don't really need all of this energy. Just one more hologram coming back around. Okay. Can afford to strike now for free. This is not nearly enough block though. Don't really have anything else to hologram back. We might just have to use our block potion. Yeah, this is 2 block for 1 energy. Oh baby. We're just doing that. No, my energy. Cabbages. All right, min-max time. Could have compiled driver for 0. Yeah, you're right. On turn 1 when I had the lightning orb, yes, I should have compiled driver for 2 cards. You are correct. Okay. Sure. Sad face. Oh, frailty. So we're getting hit for 45 here. Okay, so I have to rethink about this. So this is 1 energy for 2 block. This is 2 energy for 12. So we could equilibrium here for way more value. Just makes sense. 1 energy for 2 block. This is 1 energy for 3. So defend is better than this stupid hologram thing. We don't get any damage down, but we also don't die. What time zone? I am in central US. I mean, this is definitely excessive, but also we're getting some damage in, so maybe it's something. You were supposed to be buffer, I think. Pretty sure you're supposed to be buffer. This is actually a decent purity hand. Finesse to draw, defend. Maybe we want it next turn. I doubt it, but maybe. Next turn is spooky. I think we have to draw the buffer, basically. I don't know why I did that. That is not buffer. So close. Okay, let's do that first. We're always doing... Wait a second. Doing this. Wait, are we always doing that? $47. So this is 6 block. The only time it's better is if we get dual cast, which may be a long ways away. Fun times may be over. Let's see, we don't have heat sinks in play, so this does nothing. This has to be like exactly hologram at 0 cost, I think. Otherwise, let's just see. We block for 10, 15, 20, 25? 25-ish. Is that right? So we do this, hologram back, defend. So 10, 15, 20, 25. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Block for 24. So we live? If we live, it's almost certainly not worth the gamble. Sure I have my math right. Feeling I don't, but I might. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? I was off. I think it's the only play. Otherwise, we're using finesse to like try to go infinite with hologram, which is way spookier. Okay, so we're at 46. It's currently 51? 52? So we could play machine learning here for the extra draw, which I think we should do. 52, we go to 50. We have 3 HP left. I think 3 is equal to 5 in this instance. So sincerely doubt that 2 HP is going to matter. Time will tell. The card draw will definitely matter, though. Okay. Don't think we make it unless we quite literally go infinite with hologram. No other orbs. We could potentially draw Cold Snap. Maybe we Sweeping Beam first, just in case we can draw 2 with Compile Driver. No way. Oh my god. Just don't misclick. Just don't misclick, dude. Take it slow. Oh my god. Whew. If only we had that calipers. Like I said earlier, shop number 1 had a calipers in it. That would be the most ridiculous series of events ever. So, you know, how was your Friday? You guys have a good day? Mine was all right. You know, just did the work thing, came home, had some dinner. After dinner, I made a little bit of tea. And then my opening monologue of my stream was like 30 minutes long. While I was, just chatting with people and sipping on the tea. It was pretty good. I had a pretty decent evening, honestly. Just don't misclick. It's the only thing. The only thing. Then we have like a 1 in 4. Well, there's a chance we don't draw the hologram next turn. Right? So here's our draw. Yes. So then there's a 1 in 4. We just go infinite with hologram again. And kill the heart. We could draw with compile driver here to draw 1 card. And make sure that we get a full... No, we have machine learning. No, never mind. We have a full draw next turn. We always draw hologram. So there's a 1 in 4 that it's just a kill, basically. Otherwise, we have like 2 turns to do little under 200 damage. Definitely doable. I think on turn 1 we did... I don't remember how much. A fair amount of damage, though. I don't know if it was quite 200. Tell us more about biomedical ethics during our downtime. Well, I could have. I didn't see your message until just now. We want defrag just in case. Defrag maybe does something next turn. Maybe. The only thing is it's 1 energy, right? Okay. Well, that was fun. Damage cap, we're under 200, so there is a chance that we kill the heart next turn. But like I said, we have basically 2 turns to do 200 damage. It's possible. Not infinite. Oh, you're right. You're right. I totally derped. You're totally right. My bad. I'm so dumb. Oh, okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I saw it. I saw it. I got there. I got there. This is why I have you guys. What a way to end the run, though. The fact that I have to scroll down to get this hologram is honestly really obnoxious. Oh, man. Just don't misclick. The fact that this card is so close to end turn is like the only thing that is is scaring me right now. The fact that I have to scroll and not click end turn is it's kind of freaking me out. Hey, FirstDane, why was your run 3 hours long? Well, it's because it took me like an hour to do the last 2 turns of the heart fight. Oh, my poor wrist, boys. Poor wrist. Everybody at work's gonna be like, "Hey, FirstDane, your right hand's looking a lot bigger than your left hand. What's going on there?" Like, I played a lot of Slay the Spire. What are you laughing about? You never heard of this game? There's infinite combos. Oh, I just want to thank you all for being with me here this evening while I go through this. Whew. The fact that this entire run was like an exact duplicate of Baylor's run earlier, and we ended up winning with freaking infinite hologram. After I bought Chemex for just the memes. Just the memes, we bought the Chemex. So I thought to myself, it's gotta happen. Every other piece, even the gambling chip, the ice cream, the toxic egg, every other piece is in place. We're not winning this with Meteor Strike. I see it. We've come this far. It's the letter opener. Carry us to the end. Man, I don't know. What's the thumbnail gonna be for this run? Is it gonna be Meteor Strike, or does it have to be hologram? I feel like Meteor Strike catches the eye more than a hologram. But man, if we didn't win this based off a hologram, I don't know. Should be the grayed out lizard tail. That's pretty good. Here it is. Remember this moment. It is done. Oh man. GG. That is not how we killed the heart. You guys see this? That is not how we killed the heart right there. We did not beam it to death. Whew. I still don't think that tops my grand finale 1 HP win the other night. That was 2 hours and 23 minutes. That was probably still the best. But drawing the 0 cost hologram to go infinite for the save. That's a memorable one. Clickbait. Well, you know, it's not clickbait if it's good quality content. Isn't it only clickbait if the content within is complete garbage? Isn't that part of it? Woo. Man. As the poet T. Swift once said, you gotta shake it off. Shake it off. It hurts a little bit. Oh my goodness. Well, after 2 hours, I'm gonna quick stretch my legs and get a drink of water. Thank you all for hanging out during that ridiculous ending. That was pretty awesome.